And welcome back. Golden Axe 2 continues. And now we find ourselves in a lavery cave. Lavery, is that a word? Or have I just made a word up? I think I may have just made a word up. Come here. Yeah, a ton of skeletons on this level. And a ton of lizard dudes. I'd say it's not so much one of the most challenging levels. It's just it can be irritating if you're coming through and you're inexperienced. I remember this being fairly difficult first time round, but now I know to cheese it. Cheese it. You see, when it comes to the Golden Axe 3 videos, you're gonna see a much more cautious playthrough because it is definitely the game I have the least experience with, and it is by far the most difficult of the three. Because like some of the enemies in that are horrifically hard. Some of the bosses in particular, the sort of I don't want to say they're like minotaurs, but they've got goat's heads and they have forearms, and they're just the horrible. The moveset is just so unpredictable. So yeah, be prepared for some naughty words when we get to those guys. And that's the one thing that frightens me most, is that, like, I can guarantee that both with the first and the second game, yeah, I will play them to completion and it'll be fine. But you know, I could very well fail in Golden Axe 3 because it is fairly difficult. See, if you time yourself just a little bit, you take a dig. Got some Sorry, went full scouts there. Try not to go full scouts for you viewers, because I understand that our accent is fairly unique, and for those who aren't from here, particularly people who aren't from the United Kingdom, I can understand if my voice is a little bit difficult to follow. I mean, I heard that for the American release of Trainspotting, they actually had subtitles, which obviously for someone myself who has interacted with many Scottish people is rather amusing. Yeah! Get dead. Alright, here's my favourite mount in the game. He loves the dragons. He does fire, so he must be cool. And once again, like in the previous game, it really does pay to try and keep this dragon for as long as possible. Come here. And it's these three guys who may cause issues. God damn. Oh, what? I should have well had priority over that dude. Come on. Just you and me now, punk. Yeah. I think this boss fight in particular harkens back to the very first boss of the first game, where you've got essentially the new version of the Bad Brothers, which are the Minotaurs there, with a couple of mates first, and they look at them chuckling away. He will never defeat the lizard men, and if he does, we're going to smack him with our giant morning stars, and there will be no more axe battler. They will simply be axe puddle. Screw you! Have a whirlwind for your troubles. You see, I did save the magic for just these two, because otherwise, like, if I had used it whilst the lizards were there, then both the lizards and these guides would have been aggroed, which is a much more difficult fight to win. like Streets of Rage, there is no easy land on your feet after a throw. Oh. Yeah. Bunch of dead Minotaurs. And now we come up to the last time I believe we have these ring wraith, bread carrying ring wraiths. Come on. Yeah, we're almost there. Dark Gould, we are coming for you. Dark Gould being the new big bad of this game. And as I say, with the parents in this world are pretty. I mean, Death Adder. Like I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode. In fact, I think I mentioned it during the unrecorded commentary. But I watched the video on Vsauce the other day. It's a great little YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, you totally should. I'll put a link to them at the description to this vid. And they just talk about cool little facts and stuff like that. And their most recent video was about names, and they told you all kinds of facts about names and stuff like that. In fact, the reason I mentioned it during the unrecorded commentary on the last vid was because during the end credits say all the names were really odd, and there were some names that contained numbers as opposed to obviously letters, and apparently according to some international treaty that is illegal. But anyway, back just getting to the point, you know, they also stated that there's a strange correlation between like careers and success based on what a child is called. Now, if you name your child Death, I mean, if your last name is Adder, fair enough. That doesn't really kind of, you know, Adder's a snake, sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to take on the properties of a snake. But if your first name is Death, then you're going to have a pretty skewed view on the world, I think, and you're inevitably going to become some sort of Dark Lord or villain. So yeah, naming your child Dark Gould, I think, is just as... Oh shit. Try and keep my dragon! Get off my dragon! I said, get away from my dragon! Yeah, take that, Minotaurs, you suck. I see. Unlike the previous game where you have a nice end sequence that shows you all the cast of characters and what they're all called, this game doesn't. So even to this day, I don't know what these various troops are supposed to be called. You know, maybe they are just like supposed to be redesigned spiritually, because they are similar. I mean, these guys with claws do resemble the Henninges, whatever, and the dudes with the clubs do very much resemble the Longmoan. So maybe after the three heroes saved the world, there was like, you know, these guys went out of a job, and like Dark Gould put an ad on, you know, a website or whatever the Urian equivalent of a website is, and it was like, yeah, wanted horde of evil creatures or evil soldiers to do my dark bidding, and all the Longmoans and Henninges were just like, oh well, you know, finally another Dark Lord. So much more challenging when there's more than one. Oh. Fuck off. Lame. Yeah, you get a hidden life in this one. So, you know, it looks like you start with 2 lives, but you do actually have 3. It just the counter count down how many lives you have remaining as opposed to how many lives you have in total. So yeah, probably gonna lose a credit at some point. If I get embarrassed and it happens during... Oh, nice! But anyway, I think this is the end of part 2 now. Tune in for the final stage and the final confrontation with Dark Gould.